Good evening. If you can concentrate always on the present, you will be a happy person. Life is the moment we are living now. Welcome to BMC News Live in English, brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. I am Vinod Narayanan, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. Induction program for new lawmakers kicked off on Sunday. Interior Ministry delegation took part in international meetings. Egypt President to be chief guest at India's Republic Day celebrations. Saudi Little Riyadh open to the public. G20 ambassadors blew conch shells welcoming India's presidency. News in detail. Induction program for new lawmakers kicked off on Sunday. The comprehensive induction program for lawmakers in the 6th legislative term kicked off today and will run until December 7th. The program is organized by the Secretariat General of the Council of Representatives to prepare newly elected MPs to carry out their legislative and supervisory role to the fullest, which will enhance the democratic process witnessed by the kingdom under the leadership of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. The induction programs will include discussions, workshops and several lectures on parliamentary work with a special focus on MPs' legislative and oversight competence, as well as on their rights and duties stipulated in the provisions of the Constitution. They will also focus on work mechanisms and the procedural session and the council sessions, in addition to the formation of parliamentary committees and their work mechanisms. The program will also highlight the main financial and economic indicators of the general budget, the fiscal balance program, public debt management, the work of the parliamentary delegation and the parliamentary friendship committees. Interior Ministry delegation took part in international meetings. Director of Protection and Safety of the General Directorate of Civil Defense, Colonel Hussain Al-Jassim, has chaired the Interior Minister's delegation in the 55th session of the Executive Council and 25th session of the General Assembly of the International Organization for Civil Protection and Civil Defense in Abu Dhabi. The two meetings highlighted the organization's training programs and the topic of World Civil Defense Day, along with topics of common interest, logistics, technical and cooperation were reviewed to provide the best civil defense services. Bahrain and Finland can shape a greener future. Sunshine and ice-cold weather nations could make for a unique pact to help save the planet from future climate change catastrophes. If visionaries are successful with joint ventures, Finland and Bahrain, as well as the wider Middle East, could paint a greener future together with an exchange of technologies and sustainable infrastructure, according to top Finnish minister. Bahrain faces a huge shortage of Indian wheat flour. South Asian expatriates living in Bahrain will have to cut down on their favorite delicacies as Indian wheat flour has gone out of shelves across all supermarkets and hypermarkets in the kingdom. This follows the decision by the Indian government to ban the export of wheat flour last June after a heat wave destroyed the country's crops in its northern parts. The decision was taken by the Indian government for the sake of maintaining the country's domestic food security, as the nation is a heavy wheat consumer, requiring almost what it produces. Although the export ban kicked off a few months ago, its gravity is now being felt in the kingdom. This is because all the wholesalers had excess stocks to mitigate the shortage of supply. Today's COVID updates. COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. Egypt President to be chief guest at India's Republic Day celebrations. Egypt's President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi will be the chief guest at the Republic Day celebrations in January, the Ministry of External Affairs said on Sunday. This is the first time that the President of the Arab Republic of Egypt will be the chief guest at our Republic Day, the Ministry of External Affairs said in a statement. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had sent a formal invitation to LCC, which was handed over to the Egyptian presidency by External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar on October 16th. Both countries are celebrating the 75th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations this year. Egypt has been invited as a guest country during India's presidency of G20 in 2022-2023. The statement said, India and Egypt enjoy warm and friendly relations based on civilizational and deep-rooted people-to-people ties. The statement said, leaders of friendly nations have graced the Republic Day celebration since 1950. Al Hilal Municipality Medical Center, Manama, in association with Sneha Recreation Center, organized a free medical checkup for children with special needs. Blood tests were conducted and golden privilege cards and vouchers were distributed to all the families, teachers and students. Now we will be back after a very short break. The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
The exclusive franchisee of Cochin Kala Bhavan in Bahrain, with over a decade of existence in Bahrain. Exclusive online regular classes have started for classical dances, music vocal, instrumental music, cinematic dance, Kathak, Zumba body fitness, karate and yoga, drawing, arts and craft, children's theatre. For more information, please call 3909 6845 3909 4806 38 85 2397 or visit www.bahrainmediacity.com.
Welcome back. Saudi Little Riyadh opened to the public. A new entertainment zone was added to Riyadh season on Saturday with the opening of Little Riyadh, which offers visitors a range of activities, including live music, yoga sessions and crafting workshops. Situated next to the groves of the diplomatic quarter, Little Riyadh also houses a number of dining options. Little Riyadh is open daily from 7 a.m. until 1 a.m. Throughout the season, the various zones will pay host to concerts, exhibitions, fireworks, displays, theatrical performances and sporting events, including the Riyadh Season Cup between Paris Saint-Germain and a combined team from the squads of Al Hilal and Al Nassr and WWE shows. Few regions of Saudi to witness rain and torrents from Tuesday. The National Center for Meteorology has indicated that 6 parts of Saudi Arabia's regions will witness rain and torrents next Tuesday and Wednesday. National Center for Meteorology has said that the rains will range from medium to heavy and will lead to torrents. The parts that will witness the rains are the regions of Makkah, Medina, Tabuk and their coastal parts. The regions of Ha'il, Al-Jaf and the northern border will also be among the regions that will be witnessing rains. Qatar building fire brought under control, authorities said. A fire broke out at a building under construction in Qatar on Saturday. Thick smoke could be seen flowing into the sky from the nearby World Cup fan village, reporters stated. Qatar's Ministry of Interior said the blaze in Qutaifan Island had been brought under control in a tweet. It said no injuries were reported. The area is home to the Qutaifan Island North Fan Village, comprising 1,800 tents containing 2 single beds and a nightstand. The facility is 7 kilometers from Lusail Stadium, which is hosting several games during the months-long tournament. FIA World Touring Car Cup 2022 finale kicked off at Jeddah Corniche Circuit. The final and decisive round of FIA World Touring Car Cup 2022 series, organized by the International Automobile Federation in cooperation with the Saudi Motorsport Company, started yesterday at Jeddah Corniche Circuit for the dates November 26 to 27. Within its constant keenness to preserve the safety of visitors and participants in its activities as one of its top priorities, the Saudi Motorsports Company has worked to ensure that all necessary safety measures are taken regarding Jeddah Corniche Circuit and its surrounding zones, in addition to effectively ensuring that Jeddah Corniche Circuit is fully prepared to receive the public to enjoy all the events of 2022 FIA World Touring Car Cup according to the schedule prepared for it without any change. The doors open to the public at 3 p.m. There will be only a date with a set full of entertainment and sporting events inside the track and in the public zone. China reported 4th straight daily record of new COVID cases. China reported its 4th straight daily record of 39,791 new COVID-19 infections, of which 3,709 were symptomatic and 36,082 were asymptomatic, the National Health Commission said. That is compared with 35,183 new cases a day earlier, 3,474 symptomatic and 31,709 asymptomatic infections, which China counts separately according to Reuters. Excluding imported infections, China reported 39,506 new local cases, of which 3,648 were symptomatic and 35,858 were asymptomatic, up from 34,909 a day earlier. There was 1 new death versus none a day earlier, raising the total number of fatalities to 5,233. China's capital and mega cities continue to struggle to contain outbreaks. Local cases in Beijing continue to jump, rising 66% to 4,307 cases, compared with 2,595 the previous day, local government data showed. G20 ambassadors blew conch shells welcoming India's presidency. Ambassadors from G20 nations blew conch shells on Saturday at the Andaman and Nicobar Islands to welcome India's presidency of the Global Power Bloc. The heads of over 40 international missions and organizations visited the Andaman and Nicobar Islands Saturday, where the Indian government held a briefing for envoys of G20 nations ahead of Delhi assuming presidency of the Global Bloc on December 1st. Conversations at the briefing revolved around areas like public digital goods and digital infrastructure, climate action, finance and technological collaborations, and clean, sustainable and inclusive energy sources. Talks also touched upon women-led development and accelerated progress on sustainable development goals. With that, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. every day. I am Vinod Narayanan signing off from BMC News Live. Good night.